Hello, fellow commentators from the outer reaches of space, and welcome to my custom archetype review series, where I take in custom submissions and sort them off to the community and review them for everyone to enjoy. Today, I will be reviewing the archetype known as Ritualords. It was made by user Frumpert, and it is actually a really cool archetype. Ritualords are a pendulum ritual monster archetype with a strong emphasis on battle effects. The pendulum effects of each monster allow them to act as their own ritual spell cards. This deck potentially starts up slow, but once there are more ritual cards in the extra deck, it picks up speed at a very decent pace. Before we start, I'd like to say that all of the cards were drawn by artist known as Jason Tien. If you want to see more cool card art from him, please go look at the link in the description. Now that the introductory statements are done, let's get into the archetype. Well, to start things off, we should talk about the Ritualords Pendulum Effect. Yay! This is actually a really cool pendulum effect. Alright, what this card does is that it's the same for every Ritualord and Vassalord monster. So, Vassalords are Ritualords while they're on the Pendulum Zone, just to get that out of the way so that I don't have to say this later. So, the pendulum effect of the Ritualords is you can only pendulum summon Ritualord monsters, and only from the extra deck. This effect cannot be negated. While you have another Ritualord monster in the Pendulum Zone, you can tribute monsters from your hand or your side of the field to ritual summon a Ritualord monster whose level is equal to or less than the total level of the monsters you tributed. Yeah, this effect's not once per turn, so I actually really like this. So, like, in Necros, I think you have a 9. Okay, no, Necros is a bad example, but still. In BLS, you have like. BLS is also a bad example. Okay, in a regular ritual archetype, you only have 3 ritual cards and they go away after use. But Ritualords can just be used infinitely as long as you have the tribute material. So good on you. The skills for this archetype are 3 and 7 only, because levels 4, the Ritualords are level 4s and level 6s, which is actually pretty crazy. Not gonna lie, level 4s, level 6 have pendulum skills, can be pendulum summoned. I should probably stop talking, shouldn't I? We're gonna talk about the level 4 Ritualords, eh? Alright, let's talk about them. The first card is Ritualord of Balance. When this card is ritual summoned, you can target one Ritualord on your side of the field, return it to your hand. If your opponent activates the effect, it will also inflict damage to you. Your opponents also take the effect damage. Pretty cool effect, not gonna lie. Yeah. Burn damage to OP, guys, watch out. We have a new counter card to burn decks. No, I'm just joking. Alright, but it has some really good stats for a level 4 ritual monster, as it has 2200 defense. And I think that's it. It's a water monster, 2200 defense, not much to be said. And just recyclability is like the most important stat about that card. The next Ritualord I'm going to talk about is Ritualord of Waves. When this card is ritual summoned, you could set one Ritualord spell trap card from the deck. Okay, that is already broken enough, even though I'm pretty sure its bad stats make up for it. But here's the kicker. When it leaves the field, wait for it, banish it, and add a card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh god. This is unbelievably broken. Not only do you search for a spell trap card, but when it goes, just look for another card and you can add it back to your hand. Like, how good is that? I mean, like, this is a 10 out of 10 effect. No complaining here. This card? Alright, let's go to the next card because I don't really want to talk about it for too long. Ritualord of Envy. When this card is ritual summoned, pay 500 life points. Target one set card your opponent controls. Set it on your side of the field. Okay. This is also broken, and the fact that you can take your opponent's Mirror Force and use it yourself. You can take your opponent's Jar of Greed and use it yourself. Oh no, not your Jar of Greed. I'm pretty sure they could still chain it, but This is still pretty good in situations where you're afraid your opponent's back row, and you need cards from their back row to use for yourself. Not much to be said. Pretty shit stats about this card. It does counter graveyard spell and trap card effects, aka Magician's Navigation when it gets destroyed by battle, but that's literally it. But here, Ritualords and Envy, pretty okay card in situations when you need to steal spells and traps. Ritualord of Curses. When this card is ritual summoned, you can target your opponent cannot activate trap cards until the next standby phase. Already broken. Already broken. Already broken as it is. Oh, I'm not done with this part yet. When your opponent activates a trap card, you can discard this card from your hand as long as you control Ritualord monster and negate that trap card. Good on you. Good on you. Good on you. Better than Konami. Better than Konami. I do give you that. Better than Konami. It's a good hand trap, and it negates trap cards. Like, this can literally win the game in specific situations. Ritualord of Destiny. This card can only be ritual summoned by the effects of a RitualPendulum effect. When this card is ritual summoned, add one Ritualord or Vassallord monster from your deck to your hand. Yeah, just search. Search is good. Search is good. Search is good. But what the real kicker is that if your opponent activates a monster effect that would destroy Ritualord card in control, discard this card to negate that effect and destroy that card. Already counters Clear Wing and Crystal Wing. Good on you, good on you, good on you. I like this card. I like this card a lot. I think that if this card were to be run in a Ritualord deck, this would probably be the 3 of in the deck. Good stats for Ritualord, for a RitualPendulum monster, and it can negate effects that destroy your cards, which is good. We're gonna talk about the Ritualord of Life now. When this card is ritual summoned, banish one Ritualord monster from your graveyard, then special summon one Rising token with the same level. Okay, this card is good for early game, as it lets you get another monster on the field, just for banishing a monster in your graveyard, and so that you can get a level 6 or level 4 token for tribute, for more ritual summons in the same turn if you don't want to waste too many resources. This is what this card is for. 1500 attack, 200 defense. I would say mad to the stats, but yeah, this card has really whack stats. Ritualord of Knowledge. When this card is ritual summoned, activate one of these effects. Add one Ritualord spell or trap card from the deck to your hand. This card gains 200 attack for each spell and trap card on your opponent's side of the field until your opponent's next end phase. Okay. I have a problem with this card already. I thought Ritualord of Waves was bad enough. And then you see Ritualord of Knowledge, and you're like, so this card this deck does only have 3 cards that can search. Or you can not only have just 3 cards that search for spells and traps in the deck, there are 6 cards that search for spells and traps in the deck. It also has very good stats as well for a level 4 RitualPendulum monster. Not gonna lie about that. Oh my god, I'm just gonna kill myself. Let's just go to Vassallords now, before I want to go outside and just run in the snow and feel cold. Vassallord of Water. While you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you ritual summon exactly one level 6 or lower Ritualord Water monster with a card effect that requires the use of monsters, this card can be used as the entire requirement. If this face-up card was tributed for the ritual summon a Water Ritualord monster, that monster gains its effect. That card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect of any monster whose level or rank is 5 or higher. It's a stall card for Ritualords. It can only be used with balance and waves, but you don't want to use it on waves, so it's only good on balance so that you can stall against your opponent's attack. And most level 4 monsters don't really have a high attack. Maybe Utopia and Dark Rebellion, but only 2500 does have the ability to get over a 2200 defense speed stick. Alright. I'm not... Vassalor win. Same stats as, same ability as Vassalor Water, except for wind types. But when this card is tributed for a ritual summon of a wind Ritualord monster, this card is unaffected by effects of spell and trap cards including your opponent's next phase. Very decent. Very good. In a way that your opponent can't use spells and traps. It is like it's really good with the card known as Ritualord of Hunting, which we'll go over later in this video. So Vassalor win gets a A-okay by me if you're running Ritualord of Hunting, because this card will protect your hunting. Because Ritualord of Hunting is probably one of the most key cards in Ritualords. Vassalord of Dark. Turn your monster into... If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, banish that card. Okay, no, nothing more to be said. Bad stats. Probably, even though it's a little better, still bad stats. Probably it's the dark monsters, or it gets the better treatment, but bad stats. A really decent effect in which case that if you destroy Sangan, it won't get its effect. Vassalord of Fire. During the end phase, inflict 300 damage to each monster destroyed this turn. Okay, so that's up to 1500 damage. And if you combine this with Ritualord of... Get ready for it? Flames, it's going to do a ton of damage. Probably OTK material right here. I'm gonna give this card a pass. 1500 attack, 500 defense. Good for this card, I guess. Today is a good day for Ritualords. As Vassalord of Fire, I love burn damage, and the best way to win is burn damage. Vassalord of Earth. Oh, it's even better than Vassalord of Fire? Let's see. If this card battles a monster whose attack is lower than the attack of this card, destroy a monster immediately without damage calculation. You can only use the effect of Vassalord of Earth once per turn. Okay, I can see how this works. So pretend it's like an allied Justice Cataster, except for monsters with lower attack. So a good situation for this card would be that your opponent would have Neospatian Grandmo. You could just summon this card and it could bounce that card back into their hand. That's the final Vassalord. Probably the most broken of all of the Vassalords out there. Also I don't think you guys know the power of this new Vassalord. It is probably the strongest, if not the best card in the deck. I present to you Vassalord of... No. This card is just too broken. I can't show you this. The world must not know. The world must not... Shit, no! That's the Lord of Light. Shit. Yeah. I'm gonna take a couple guesses. This card is a mini honest, isn't it? Let's see what this card's effective. Once Ritual, as this card battles, this card gains attack through the attack of the opponent's monster. It is battling until the end of this turn. Good stats? Okay, if it has good stats and a good effect, why is this a thing? No, it gains the attack of the opponent's monster? That's a mini honors right there. It is broken. Just like how Monarchs have Idia and Adios, this card has its Idia and Adios, except this time it's an Honesty Neo in Ritualords. I know that didn't make any sense, but let's just pretend they are that. Now we are in the level 6 Ritualords. Probably more stronger than the actual level 4 Ritualords, but they have a higher cost because they're level 6. Ritualord of Hunting. This card can be ritual summoned by the effects of a Ritualords effect. When this card is ritual summoned, target one face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field, take control of it until the end phase. But you cannot conduct your battle phase this turn. If you ritual summon while this card is face-up on the field, draw one card. Yeah, I like, this is probably like free draws, yay! So what this card will let you do is that take an opponent's monster for a ritual summon, and then just draw a card if you just ritual summon. Like that's already good enough. So if that card goes into the extra deck, you could just pendulum it out, and then you can draw another card that turn if you just ritual summon. And even though its stats are like, okay, fine, it's so I can forgive him for having the stats at 1800, 2200 for a pendulum monster. But Ritualord Hunting is probably one of the best cards in the Ritualord deck. That disturbance was pretty great, but we gotta talk about the Ritualord of Death. When this card is ritual summoned, negate the effects of all special summon monsters your opponent controls until the end phase. This card gains 200 attack for each monster effect that is negated. If this card is destroyed by battle, banish both this card and the monster that destroyed it. You can only activate this effect once per turn. Oh! It's a mini Raging Dragon! That is cool. That is cool. That is probably one of the most cool cards in the deck. Just negate everything. Like, that can be so useful in many situations. Like, I'm not even gonna mention one because I'm actually, like, legit lazy, but still. But this is probably, like, a good 3-up to run in Ritualords, as it can just negate the effect of all special summon monsters. Considering the fact that the opponent special summons too many times in one turn, yeah, it's a good card to run. Also, Ritualord of Death banishes the monster it battles, so that means that if they have a higher attack monster that you want to get rid of, just have it attack that monster and you can get rid of it. Now that the Ritualord of Death is done, let's go to the card to make the archetype really good. Freaking Ritualord of Glory! When this card is ritual summoned, increase the attack of all Ritualord cards you control by 800. Well, this fixes the entire stats thing of the entire Ritualord archetype. Remember how he said all the stats were bad? Yeah, this card makes it so that, yeah, those stats are no longer bad. Because it could potentially increase the amount of damage you can do by 4,000. If that wasn't bad enough, this attack can attack twice. This card can attack twice. Which means it could do, like, this card is 2800 times 2 alone. Its stats are 2000 attack and 2000 defense. This is probably, like, the card that makes Ritualords have the OTK. It has a bonus effect where you can return a set card on the field back to the hand, but really, that's not important. Because the real important effect is that it gives the Ritualords the power to attack other monsters with strong attack values. Now we go to another level 6 Ritualord monster, the Ritualord of Force. When this card is ritual summoned, you can target spell trap cards your opponent controls up to the number of Ritualord monsters you control. If you do, your opponent cannot activate those cards while this card is face up on the field. If your opponent activates a spell card that will destroy face up Ritualord you control, you can discard this card, negate the effect of that spell card, and destroy it. Oh, likely! I love this card. Its monster effect is decent, but as you can just stop its back row. But the real thing is that this card can negate Regeki, just straight up negate Regeki. It also has a high defense value, so that's pretty good. I would give this card a really high pass. I think this card is also worth it. So if you're gonna build a Ritualord deck, you should probably run this card. Alright. This is the life point card of the Ritualord deck. When this card is ritual summoned, gain 500 life points for each Ritualord monster you control. Once per turn, if a Ritualord monster you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle, gain life points equal to the battle damage your opponent took during that battle. It also gains piercing damage, so not a bad card. This card could potentially give you 2,500 life points alone, and this card gives you what would I say about this card? This card gives you 2,500 life points, and then, since it's any Ritualord monster that deals damage, you can do a Ritualord monster with very high attack, attacking like a 500 defense a 500 attack monster, and that's like 1,700 life points plus 2,500 life points like there. I guess this is the needed life point card of the deck because a lot of cards will take battle damage, and you will take a lot of battle damage, and by the time this card comes, it will help you a lot. Ritualord Valor, basically a mini Armadillos. I like the artwork on this guy. It's actually pretty cool. It has 2,400 attack. His effect makes all your Ritualord monsters, not just him, all of them, be unaffected by card effects during the battle phase. Like, I mean, like, oh wait, no, I phrased that wrong. Sorry. It's more like Utopia the Lightning, except like all your Ritualords get that effect. So, oh, something's happening outside, so people are yelling. Yeah, don't mind that. 2,400, a lot of attack. I give this card a major plus. Now let's talk about the freaking Ritualord of Flames. It has the highest attack of the level 6 Ritualord monsters, 2,700. The stats are good. When this card is ritual summoned, target one monster your opponent inside the field and destroy it. Then inflict damage equal to half the attack of that monster. If this card destroys the opponent monster by battle, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. So let's see. This card destroys any monster, inflicts damage, then inflicts more damage in the battle phase. And if you combine this with the Vassalord, that's probably like at least 3,000 or 4,000 damage on that turn. Some major burn I see right here. Probably a good way to end off the level 6 Ritualords. Now we're gonna talk about the only Xyz monster in Ritualords. The Queen of the Ritualord. When this card is Xyz summoned, negate the effects of all cards on the field except Ritualord monsters until the end phase. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card to special summon one level 6 or lower Ritualord card from your hand, ignoring its summoning conditions. So, you get to special summon the Ritualord monsters from your hand as more fodder. So, this card has really good conjunction late game, as you can use 2 level 6 Ritualord monsters that you just Pendulum summon that don't have their effects for this card. And then this card could just bring out more Ritualord monsters, which increase the abilities of your field and make them more stronger. Also, it negates the effect of all cards in the field. Like, that's already good as it is. That's a Kali Yuga for Ritualords. And it doesn't destroy spells and traps, but if all the cards are negated, then what's the point of spells and traps if this card just negates all the effects until the end phase? This is probably the one of the best Ritualord. Actually, it's the only Xyz monster. What am I talking about? Let's just go to the other cooler boss monsters in this. This is actually really cool for recycling, but there's even more. The second Ritualord boss monster, Ritualord of Time. This card can be ritual summoned by a Ritualord Pendulum effect. When this card is ritual summoned, return the cards attributed to ritual summon this card to your hand. This card battles the opponent's monster to negate that attack and return both the cards to your hand. Oh, so it's like his name. He can reverse time He can reverse time. He has already high attack value for just 2,600. For like it returns the resources back to your hand, so you just need 2 Ritualord monsters to summon this guy. Actually, no, not 2 Ritualord. A level 6 and a level 4 to summon this guy, as his level is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this level 10 monster doesn't have really good monster effects, but it does recycle, and it does give you a anti-battle phase effect, which totally goes with its name. That's for sure. This is the boss monster. This is the best monster. This is the strongest monster of Ritualords. Hold on, I gotta fathom this. Ritualord of Space. And that's such a cool name, I swear. This card requires 3 ritual tributes to ritual summon. Okay, make sure that nothing bad happens, okay? When this card is ritual summoned, return all special summon monsters on your opponent's side of the field to the hand. During either player's turn, if your opponent special summons a monster, you can pay 1,000 life points to return that card to your opponent's hand. Oh, cool effect. So it just empties the board. Like, best card in deck, high attack, just OTK potential like that. Even if you don't kill your opponent that turn, if your opponent pendulum summons, return those cards back to the hand. If your opponent special summons or normal summons, I mean no, not normal summons. Opponent special summon, just return those cards back to the hand. Like, for example, if your opponent just special summons glow up bulb from the graveyard, and you could just use this effect to just return that glow up bulb to the hand. And we all know how much useful this glow up bulb has in the hand. So, yeah, best card in deck 10 out of 10 would play. Probably the strongest of all the Ritualords. I am not disappointed by their boss monster whatsoever. Alright, now that we're done with all the monsters, let's go to the Ritualord spell cards. Ritualord Battlefield. If you ritual summon a Ritualord monster, you can add one Ritualord or Vassallord monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, when a Ritualord monster you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can pay 500 life points to special summon that monster to your opponent's side of the field. It loses 500 attack. If you activate this effect, that monster you control attacks the second time that battle phase. Oh my god! This card has too much consistency! That ritual summon the Ritualord monster effect is not once per turn. Yeah, let me give you a combo time, because I love combo time. You ritual summon Ritualord Balance? I mean, Ritualord Waves? Waves searches, bad example, let's go look for another one. You ritual summon Ritualord of Destiny? Ritualord of Destiny adds a Ritualord to your hand. Battlefield also adds another Ritualord to your hand. So, you add another... Let's see, you add another Destiny to your hand. And then you add any other Ritualord. You do it again. Add two more. This card is at least a +4 on itself in one turn. Its second battle effect is also pretty good. So you can... Its second effect is like a moonlight. Yeah, that's it. So more battle damage for you. That is the point of it. I would say that this the field spell is too strong. Too strong. It can give a +4. It's not once per turn. We got Ritualord Greed. Target 2 Ritualord monsters in graveyard or extra deck. Shuffle them into the deck, then draw 2 cards. You can only activate this card. Okay. Have you ever seen the card Yang Zing Path? Shuffle 3 Yang Zing monsters into the deck, draw 2 cards? I thought that card was already bad enough. This makes it even worse. You can shuffle the tribute fodder you use into the graveyard back into the deck to draw 2 cards. Like, that's already broken enough. Your Ritualords all go back to the extra deck, which is already broken enough. There are no restrictions on this card except for once per turn that is already broken enough as it is. Why does this card exist? Why do you get to draw 2 cards just for shuffling? That's like part of like avarice. It's in part of avarice for Ritualords. Too strong. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's... By just summoning one Ritualord monster that's level 6, and you use 2 level 4 Ritual monsters, you can just use this card and draw 2 more cards. This card is way too broken. Way too broken. Whatever. If these 2 are broken, let's hope that the third one is not broken. Okay, let's hope this works. Ritualord Wave Portal. I like that card art, by the way. There will be one Ritualord monster you control. So special summon one Ritualord monster that is the same level from your hand or graveyard. This special summon is treated as a Ritual summon. Keep in mind that this is a quick play spell card when I'm talking about this. Wave Portal is actually like such a cool innovation. I mean, like, it's still broken, but it's cool. It's cool. That's what I like about Wave Portal. It's cool. So during your opponent's turn, just summon the level 6 Ritualord. I'm pathetic. I keep summoning either Ritualord of Hunting or Death. Just negate the effects of all monsters they have, or just to take control of their monsters. We're just trading out the monsters. That's it. It's also treated as a ritual summon. So, just it doesn't even matter if you have a level 4. Just trade them out. Here, let me see. Oh shit! I just realized something. You can summon Ritualord of Space by just using one level 4 monster, including this card. Yeah. The spell cards are too good for this archetype. They're just like too good. If the spell cards are this good, let's see how bad the trap cards are. If your opponent encounters a direct attack, negate the attack and special summon the level 6 or lower Ritual Lord or Vassal Lord from your graveyard or extra deck face of defense position. Do not be destroyed by battle card effects this turn. Oh, it's a pinpoint card for Ritual Lords. Not much to say here. We'll keep going until the future so that I could like make this freaking crazy review shit. So yeah. Let's keep going this. Let's keep going to this. Ritualord Fortitude. When a Ritualord control monster you control battles, reveal one level 6 or lower Ritualord monster from your hand. Gains attack equal to its original attack into the end phase. Oh, I like this card as well. Gives it attack. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Even all of their stats are shit, so this card ain't really that broken. So, and the last card, Ritualord Zeal. That you can only activate this card during your opponent's turn. Immediately after this effect is activated, you can activate the Pendulum effect of a Ritualord in your Pendulum zone. You can only activate this card once per turn. Oh, it's a Ritual Summon during your opponent's turn. Unlike Ritualord Wave Portal, it uses the cards from your hand. Yeah, that's not bad. Ritualord Wave Portal actually uses the cards in your hand. Well, Ritualord Zeal... Oh wait, other way around. Ritualord Zeal lets you special summon just by ritual summoning. So to even summon space, you still have to ritual summon it. While using Wave Portal, you can just summon Ritualord of Space without even having to do much. Oh well. The spell cards are too good for the archetype. The trap cards are okay. Alright, now that the archetype has been finished going over, it's time to bring out the World Review Scale! That's lame. Super lame. Hold on, I'm gonna put out 5 cards. I'm gonna flip them over. And if all 5 of them are good, they're like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. If all 5 of them are not good, they're not like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The first section. Freaking monster effects. Steals effect, draw 1 card once per turn effects. Flip! That the monster effects are just like Yu-Gi-Oh card effects. Spell cards. No. The spell cards are too broken for spell cards. Like, I've already seen all 3 of these, they can do too much. Spell cards do not get a pass. Alright. The trap cards are good, they get a pass. Because the Ritualord monsters don't have that much stats. Ritualord stats, they pass because the Ritual Pendulum monsters, the person figured out that if Ritualord Pendulum monsters need their effects, then it happens. Also, final good and bad scale. There needs to be bad monsters in a good archetype. AKA Performer Repel's got many bad cards. So this card does have bad cards. Like the Vassal Lords. So this card also gets flipped over. The final score for Ritualords is 4 out of 5. The reason why it didn't get that 1 point is because the spell cards for this archetype are too strong for it. Either way, Ritualords are a good thing to try out. Go test them out. Shout out to r/u Frumpert for letting me do this do this review and like decks. And also, if anyone wants to submit their archetypes for a review, just send me a message or something, I'll do it. And either way, peace out. I hope you liked the video. If you did, come subscribe to me. Also, if you want to see more ideas for stuff, like if you want me to do another custom archetype review, just send me a message and tell me what archetype I should do, and I'll probably get back to you. Alrighty, peace out.